Okay, so the ditch we cut earlier, we roughed in. Now I have marked out the bottom of this ditch that snakes around to the highway and goes out into the field here. So I got the transit set up and we're trying to figure out our heights for the exits of our water now. So the water has to go this way. So a previous idea that they tried to do was to send the water this way and out to the road. Problem is, the road is higher than that exit down there. So what they did is they dug a giant hole in here thinking it would go to the road, but right there is 6 inches lower than the exit at the road. So it's never going to make it to the road. All they did was dug a hole. And for my ditch right here, I am 5 inches higher here than I am right there, roughly. And then I go up. This ditch originally goes up 4 inches, and then it drops back to the same height we are here at the flag, if you can see that I stuck it over there. So we're going to try to split the difference. I'm going to take this down where we're standing about 3 inches, 3.5 inches, and make this the beginning of the mouth of the ditch that goes that way. I'm going to take all this dirt and throw it in the hole they made and bring that up so the water comes around and drains to here, and then the drainage over here, same thing. We're going to cut that on grade to come to the mouth here, and then we're going to cut this ditch on grade, take the hump off this ditch so the water funnels here, funnels from the other side, and then we're going to cut it so then the water meets and goes down to the south where it belongs. I had to think about this one for a minute or two. They really tried a lot of stuff. Hopefully this idea works out better than the last attempt. So here we go. All right, so we'll start cutting until I can get my transit to read 0. I've got it set up on the stick. Cutting, and I'll check it with the stick until I feel I'm at where we need to be, and then we'll set my transit up here on 0. Cut, and then we'll check to see what it goes for. unfortunately. start point. Okay, put the transit on. That set, so now we're gonna readjust and cut our ditch going south. Alright, now we're drawing the ditch straight through. We're taking all the dirt to the north so we can push it into that hole to our left. down to depth. I'll show you the end result. All right, so we got this done. So you can see, if you look along here, we cut it on grade flat, and you can see how much we took here, right along to here. Probably down a good 6 inches. Oh, yeah, 6-8 inches to the corner here. So this is now on grade, the low point or the high point of this ditch going south. And then we took all the dirt, came out of here, and we pushed it in over here where this was like another 6 inches lower. So we built this up and brought it to grade towards us now. So we pushed all the dirt in here, built this up. This is on grade now, going uphill instead of into a hole before. It makes the turn, and then it goes out to the road. And now this ditch is coming the way it should have come all along, towards us. So we put in about 6 inches of fill here, filled it in, so it comes this way, down around, makes the turn off to our ditch. And then we obviously winged out our side, so it's got good taper. We pushed a lot of dirt into here actually. This should now flow to the head section of the main ditch now and out to the south. And then also this water, when it comes this way now, won't bypass this ditching. That's also what created to this giant problem over in this area. Now it can, we're going to cut this ditch now on grade to here and pull all that, bring all that to grade to here, and then it'll again go out that way. So, but yeah, so we got the head section of the main ditch and the finger ditch to the road on grade now. So far, so good.